Good, wonderful morning, world. Good morning, beautiful creatures. So, I hope you had a wonderful sleep and you're ready for the most awesome Tuesday ever. So, um, I would like to talk about weather, all right? Because this is something that, resonated within me again. Again, never mind. So, as you know, so let's say if you're born in summer, winter, autumn, it doesn't matter in which seasons, most likely throughout your life you would say that you prefer weather when you were born at, right? So let's say if I'm a winter kid, I like winter, so therefore I don't like summer that much, right? This is also a belief system. Why is it like that? Because that's what you think. So, and the way how this works is because you didn't get used to it, all right? So for sun, right? What is about sun? So let's say if you're always indoors and you go out when it's the hottest, of course you will burn, all right? You do not have any resistance for it. So let's say if, like, from the beginning when the sun comes out, rises throughout the whole day and evening, like from the beginning, yeah, I'm not saying just on summer, like whole year. If you are all the time with it, nothing, yeah, you're used to it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Like 50 degrees, 70, it's fine. Yeah. Same way in winter. Let's say if slowly, so zero degrees, right? You're outside. -1, you're outside. -2, you're outside. But constantly, and you always drop a temperature. You go lower, lower, lower. Guess what? You get resistant to it. All right, so I will give you an example. So I used to do in winters as a challenge for myself. All right, I'm a winter kid, so and up until -14 or -18 degrees, all right, outside, I used to be in shorts. All right, so, and people tell me, "Oh, you're absolutely crazy, this and that," and I always told them, "So touch my legs, touch my body. It's way warmer than you are in jacket. You're freezing and shivering. How is that?" Never mind, all right? So, have you ever heard of like babies? They leave them outside in the snow while moms and dads they're enjoying, let's say, coffees, meals indoors, and they leave the babies outside. Why is that? And how is that beneficial? Immune system, all right? You get resistant to things, and again, it makes you stronger. Interesting again. So let's say put this all on the side again, and we move on. When it's raining, oh, it's raining. When it's too hot, wow, it's too hot. It's too sunny, it's too hot. I cannot. If it's too windy, wow, it's too windy. If it's snowing, or it's too cold, wow, it's too cold. It's all frozen and slippery. Ah, it's frozen and slippery. All right, so I'll ask you again. What is your excuse? It doesn't matter. So it's the seasons. So have you ever wondered, like, why you have this resistance towards it? And that is holding you back not to enjoy the whatever, But it's probably not. You just didn't know like how this, It's again, practice makes the master. You don't start immediately -20, out of nowhere, and you say, "Oh, I can't do this." Of course, obviously, like, what did you even, what was the goal there? Like, who do you try to prove what? Like, you can do all, but gradually, or find until where you feel comfortable. You do not have to prove yourself to others. You prove yourself to yourself, and then oh my God, it's, I never had a tan like this in my life. I was always burned. The most pale guy ever, like the wall, And there is a proof of that, I can show you under my, a piece around my underwear area. So you can see like reflex, like, geez, man, Exactly. And it doesn't matter how much cream I put on myself. What I did. I burned. I was like, oh, I cannot handle this. And that has changed, towards every single season. I enjoy it all the way it is. And it's raining, like it's the most wonderful things. People go away from the street. All the streets are yours. Everything, like, umbrella. Like, why? Let it rinse you, man. It's like, man, woman, brothers and sisters. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what is the beneficial thing of rain? Cleans your aura, and what else? Do your research, like, on all this. As I said, cold reduces bacteria to the safe level. Heat, burns things and stuff. Fall, it's basically a protective layer of nature itself. So it covers the ground, all right? It feeds it again. So as our biomaterials decompose, they're feeding itself. Yet you clean the leaves, you burn them, like whatever. Oh, I don't like leaves, it's it looks bad in my garden. So that's like you t-shirtless whole year. You leave the ground like absolutely plain, and then it's dry, it burns, the trees are dried out, and you cannot figure out like why is that happening, So that's basically your protective layer. So why do you wear a jacket or a t-shirt or anything? Look cool, I guess, yeah. So never mind. This is again my perspective. Like, if you find it interesting, you know what to do, and that's pretty much it for now. And wish you the best Tuesday ever. Oh, how cool. See, little things like this, make difference in your life, and how much do you like the stuff that you already have? Or look, the mugs, it's like a sausage dog, it's never mind. So I find it cute and funny, and what a coincidence, it's life is full of treasures. The thing is, like, are you going to find it? And most of these things were gifted, actually. And the coincidence is like, how come that, you get that from someone else, And it's, you see, wow, like, just allow it. All these gifts are for you. So, you know what to do. And one more thing, so, whenever the weather is not like as it seems, so what is above the clouds, above the grayness, it's always sunny, always. Never mind, so that you cannot perceive it or see it, So if you ever travel somewhere with airplane, when you go above the clouds, is there cloudy above? Never. It's always sunny. It's always like, wow, wonderful. Yeah. So have you ever wondered, like, how is that? And then you get down and it's like, what, this weather, like, I don't like it, and what? Just thought, so roll with it, or it's life is about you, and never forget that. Yes. All right, that's it for now. Yeah. Bye bye.